up next, we have adaptive sports. Adaptive sports, as you have heard through some of the conversations, was like kind of the biggest part that you would see at most of our events. A lot of that has to do with the fact that they are a lot of moving parts. So, with that being said, I have the adaptive sports program manager on, Derek Lepper, and he is going to talk you through what adaptive sports offers for your recovery and long term resiliency. Take it away, Derek.
Thank you, Sean. Wow, how do I follow the WAR program? They've come a long way in such a short time, offering some great opportunities and programs for you and your families. So thank you, WAR team, for what you do. And I enjoyed all that crosstalk during the break. You know, it was good to see Preston on there and how he used our programs in his recovery, and it has paid off. And now he's part of our 2021 Warrior Games team. So good to see you on here, Preston. As Sean said, I'm Derek Lepper, the Adapt Sports Program Manager, and I've been with AFW2 for almost 8 years now. And like many of you, I too went through an MEB when I was on active duty. It was at my 18-year mark. And I wish this program would have been available and around to help me navigate that uncertain time. I served 6 more years with additional deployments and retired after 24 years because I had a very strong leadership team that helped me fight my MEB and get returned to duty. So that's what this program can help you do as you get connected. My time with AFW2 has been giving back to my fellow brothers and sisters in arms has been so rewarding and one of the best jobs I've ever had. So thank you to AFW2 for affording me this opportunity. I know all my fellow program managers feel the same way about their programs, but adaptive sports is truly the best. Why is sports the best, you ask? Let me give you a couple of reasons. If you never were active before joining the Air Force and all you've done since you've been in was your PT test and PT, then we've got something for you. Science has proven that exercise can promote healing of physical and invisible wounds. Being active improves your mood, emotional regulation, and motor function. We offer 11 sports that we adapt to meet you where you're at, no matter your limitation or fitness level. All the sports will be adapted and modified to increase your participation. The Adapt Sports program provides opportunities for recovering airmen to develop independence and confidence. We work with an elite level coaching staff that assists each athlete to be able to participate. These coaches are recruited from the highest level of sports. We have Olympic and Paralympic level coaches. Participating in adaptive sports is about having fun and getting the opportunity to set new goals for yourself, whether it's recreationally or competitively. Now, just like the rest of the FW2 program, adaptive sports is congressionally mandated and federally funded to provide these opportunities to you as well. Our goal is to increase, and to introduce sports early in your recovery, working with your RCC and your recovery team to get you connected to these opportunities. As Mr. Wilson had mentioned in the beginning, we offer virtual and in-person events several times a year. We really hope to get back to the in-person events really soon. Even though what we've been doing virtually has been amazing, has connected lots of people, and has even got some very innovative warriors active out there. From creating their own weight bench with concrete cinder blocks and an ice chest to using resistance bands. The adaptations that you warriors have made and that these coaches have come up with has been truly amazing in these uncertain times, just to get everybody connected and joining our virtual training sessions. When you come to a care event, each one of you will be assigned a team lead and a sport wingman. These sport wingmen are your fellow warriors who have used sports in their recovery and are ready to give back to their fellow warriors. Your team leads are AFW2 staff members, and they will guide you through the week and answer any questions that you have. Each day, teams will be introduced to an average of 3 different sports. The sports that we offer are archery, shooting, cycling, track, field, swimming, rowing, powerlifting, wheelchair basketball, sitting volleyball, and wheelchair rugby. Let me introduce you to the staff and a couple of the coaches that helped me execute this important mission. First up, we have Miss Jessica Rea.
Thank you, Derek, and hello, everybody, and welcome to the open house. I'm excited to see a bunch of faces, and hopefully, you can remember this face. So I am Jessica Rea, and I have been with the program for 5 years. I am a certified recreational therapist, and I have brought my skills and knowledge to the team, and I'm here to assist you guys and your family finding, that niche to get you moving forward in your recovery. Prior to joining the Air Force family, I worked for the Army's Warrior Transition Unit up in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, where I was able to kind of help the Army learn about adaptive sports with a group of 30 soldiers. I was able to kind of help them in their recovery and, share my passion with them and my skills from what I learned in the past. And I'm hoping to bring all of that with you guys moving forward if you decide to join the adaptive sports team. I do cover the Southwest region, and that includes Colorado, Nevada, New Mexico, Utah, and Arizona. So if you fall in those state categories, I'm here to assist. If you have any questions, concerns, or want to know how to get connected in your community, I'm happy to assist. And now I'll pass it over to my teammate, Tristan Aguinaldo.
Thanks, Jessica. Hi, like Jessica said, my name is Tristan Aguinaldo. I'm one of the adaptive sports coordinators, and I'm actually the Southeast region's adaptive sports coordinator. Coordinator. That includes Alabama, Georgia, North and South Carolina, and Florida. I too have a bachelor's degree in recreational therapy, and my favorite adaptive sport would have to be sitting volleyball. I love being a part of a team that works together to accomplish the same goal, which brings me to my why statement. My why statement simply is I have a passion with working with others and helping and seeing them change their lives by overcoming any challenges they have. Thanks, and I look forward to working with you guys in the near future. Over to you, Christian.
Thanks, Tristan. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Adaptive Sports. I'm Christian Wasselcheck. I come from a fitness and action sports background, so a little bit of everything. So for me, you're looking at like one-on-one working with athletes onto event management and planning, and that's just a little bit of my background. Here at AFW2, we'd also talked about what regions we cover. I do cover the Northwest region, so if you're in the PACAF area or the Northwest, I can help you out. You can definitely reach out to me at any time. What brings me to adaptive sports and kind of my favorite sport is wheelchair rugby. And why I say that is because every time we get to an in-person event, it's one of those things that always brings a smile. You got a group of people that nobody knows anybody yet, me included. I'm starting to get to learn our group. And everybody's looking for something just to kind of get out there and like all do together that we all haven't done. So you get somebody in the chair, you start knocking around, you start doing some drills, everybody's smiling and laughing, and before you know it, people are communicating. And that's what adaptive sports brings, not just in rugby. Rugby just happens to be my favorite sport, and it kind of works out that way, and it works out really well. And that's kind of what brought me to AFW2. That is my why statement. I worked in a lot of different facilities and sports backgrounds and a lot of business side of that. And I was always looking to give back and help others out. And a lot of times it's all about business as opposed to helping individuals. When I found AFW2, the opportunity to actually give back was here. It wasn't about business. It was about giving back to those who give. And that's why I've joined AFW2. I hope to see you all in adaptive sports. And I'm handed over to Kayla Booker now. Take it, Kayla.
Thank you, Christian. Good morning, everyone. It's so lovely to see everybody's faces. Super excited to be here and excited that y'all are here to learn more about our program. Welcome to Adaptive Sports and the Open House. My name is Kayla Booker, and I've been with the program for 1.5 years next month. And I cover the South Central region. So if you guys are in South Central region, reach out to me at any point. Email is available always. Phone is always available, and I'll be here to assist you guys. My background is in the health and fitness, and my degrees are in psychology and recreational and leisure services. I'm also a certified recreational therapist. My favorite sport would be powerlifting and archery, just because for me that brings a lot of focus and challenge to the sport. So I love that. And my why statement would be, I've always known I want to make a difference in lives, and specifically working with the military population. And adaptive sports is a really great tool to assist in individuals in their recovery journey. I love being part of the mission. I love being part of the passion. So we're all here for you guys, and we love what we do. And with that, I will turn it over to Lauren.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Lauren Tiffany, and I am an adaptive sports coordinator. I just celebrated my 1-year anniversary with AFW2 back in March. Like several of the other coordinators, I am also a recreation therapist. Before AFW2, I had experience working primarily in clinical settings, including the VA in Washington, D.C. I just so happen to be the Northeast Region Coordinator, which covers from Maine all the way down to Virginia, as well as those who are overseas. If you fall into one of those regions, please contact me. With that, I will hand it over to Alyssa Cruz.
Thank you, Lauren. Hello, everybody. It's good to see everybody today. My name is Alyssa Cruz. Like Lauren said, I'm one of the adaptive sports coordinator for the team. So my background is in recreation therapy as well. So this month marks my 1 year for being with the Air Force. Originally, I'm like Jessica. My first job was with the WTB at Fort Sam. I worked with them for 2 years, and then I transitioned over to becoming with the Air Force. So if anybody's in the North Central region, that's my region. So if anybody would like to contact me, yes, I'm here for y'all. Anything y'all need, I'm here for y'all. So my why statement is I just like to meet new people. Love seeing new warriors, getting to know them, getting to know their backstory and why they are interested in adaptive sports. And my favorite sport would have to be sitting volleyball. It's just a very exciting sport, especially when you see it in live action. And also it's just a fast-paced sport that I just love to see. Over to you, Derek.
Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, team. I couldn't do this without you. You know, fun fact about Lauren, like you said, she's been with us 1 year. So she literally started at the very beginning of this pandemic, and she has yet to see any of our sports in action and live. So she's got to help us, you know, bring it virtually to all of you. So she's had an uphill battle the whole way, learning what we do, having to do it all virtually. So thank you for sticking with us, Lauren. With that, I'm going to bring on a couple of our lead coaching staff to tell a little bit about our developmental and high performance tracks. And with that, I'd like to introduce you to Ms. Callie Quinn and Connie Moore.
Hey, Derek. So in sports team, good morning and good morning, Warriors. It's great to see a bunch of new names and faces out there. Connie, how excited are you this morning to be involved in all this?
I can't hold my containment. I'm just the idea of explaining what we do to new and upcoming Warriors. I'm just doing the jitterbug in my seat virtually. How we do
this. So Connie and I are the dynamic duo on the coaching staff, partners in crime in some cases, good cop, bad cop in some other cases as well. We won't tell you who is who. And I've been with the Air Force for almost 6 years now, I believe, and been doing adaptive sports for 13 years. After I left active duty on the Air Force side, I'm still a reservist, so I still throw the uniform on every once in a while. And I help Derek and the sports team kind of coordinate a lot of the events. And in that, we also love to be able to identify folks who have some potential in sport and have some desire to not only use fitness in their recovery, but then also go on and start competing at different levels, whether it's in their community, whether it is at the Warrior Games, Invictus Games, and so on. So we really try to look for those folks who have that passion and that desire and that a little bit of potential to be able to do that. And with that, we identify them onto what we call our development track. And I help coordinate that piece where we give you some fitness tips, we give you nutrition tips, And then we also try to get you as much time with our coaches. Now that we're doing it virtually, one of the benefits of the pandemic is our warriors have access weekly to our coaches through Zoom and able to do a lot of stuff from home. So that's pretty cool. And then as you move on, you kind of get over into Connie's realm as you start getting better and more desire to do some sports on the competitive level onto the HPP side. So Connie, I'll turn it over to you just a little bit to talk about that.
HPP. So the beauty in HPP is that I like to describe it as we help airmen transition into athletes. So what that means is that once we know the destination, i.e. Warrior Games, we know Warrior Games is said destination. I help you along with Lauren, Tiffany, and Alyssa. We help you prepare for that moment at the end of the day. HPP, you have to deal with me a little more frequently. I am sorry, but I'm not sorry. Psych, just kidding. But that's what we're all about. So we're open to helping out all athletes first and foremost, but the primary purpose for HPP is helping you elevate your training levels. Once you decided you want to go from 5Ks to pursuing Warrior Games, Invictus Games, and I'll dare to say it, Paralympic Games. In some cases, we have some former warriors who are actually on the Olympic level come archery. So we help an array of athletes get ready to be the best you that you can be as possible. And I love the why statement. So I'm gonna jump on the why statement bandwagon. And you guys are my why. Like, I love helping warriors turn I can't to I can, the no's to the yeses, to the don'ts to the do's. Like, that is what gets me fired up and gets me out of bed every day, although this is virtually on Zoom, but that is overall to my why. And back to you, Cal Gal.
That is awesome. And you kind of stole my why too. I think we're, again, the dynamic duo. So being able to work with warriors and get them back active and also back part of the team. I think in the Air Force, one of the things that we have all loved is the fact that we get to be a part of a team a lot of times and be able to work together with each other's strengths and to be able to give that back in the sports realm. And let's not kid ourselves. We all think it's much more fun to work on shoulder mobility while we're hitting a volleyball than we do with a rubber stretch band. So getting folks to do that is great. And then like Connie said, I think it is, we want to support every warrior who wants to use sport or fitness in their recovery piece, because it just adds so much more to your life. And I've seen, unfortunately, what happens personally in my family when a wounded warrior doesn't have access to this. And so it's personal for me to get everybody the opportunity to be active, get off the couch and be a part of this team. Because I've seen the downside of what happens when that isn't available to somebody. So, but with that, I think one thing to really understand is we're here for all warriors who want to use physical activity in their recovery. You don't have to want to make it to Warrior Games. You could really want to go do a 5K with your family, and Coach Connie and I and the rest of our coaches are here to be able to support you in that. So don't think that, oh, I don't want to be a competitive athlete means you can't interact with us and you shouldn't come to our sporting events. There's so much more involved in that we want to be a part of, however you want to use that physical activity in your everyday life and pursuing going forward in whatever that goal is for you, because it's about you. Eric, we'll turn it back over to you, unless Connie, you've got something else there. Sorry, I cut you off.
Nope, it's okay. I'm just saying, if you're on Facebook, I'm gonna just throw the plug out there. Go ahead and join our All Sports page. That's where all the information is lit and sent out on that page. And then, of course, the shameless plug of Zoom training sessions. You get to meet with the coaches. They walk you through, talk you through, and actually train you through those sports out loud in living color. So we will get that link posted in the chat. Make sure you join it, ask lots of questions. And that's all I have. That's it. And Christian is on the case. He just posted the link. So go ahead and join the page and we will accept you in as soon as you do that. Now I'm officially done. I'll go ahead and mute myself.
Oh, don't mute too soon. I got a question for you guys. So we've touched on bringing up Warrior Games and we've talked about Invictus Games. So Coach Callie, tell us, what is Warrior Games?
So Warrior Games, the best way to describe that, it really is a multi-service, multi-sport competition. think about it as our version of the Olympics. So we actually will get a nice warm up this summer with the Tokyo Olympic and Paralympic Games. And my dogs are super excited about the Olympics, by the way. Every time I say that, they get all excited. But and then after that warm up piece comes Warrior Games, where our Warriors will compete against Army, Navy, Marines, SOCOM, and then some internationals as well. And actually this year, 12 different sports. So we have a number of opportunities for folks to get involved and compete for some actual hardware against their fellow wounded warriors.
Awesome. Now, Coach Connie, tell us how the Invictus Games, what level is that?
So Invictus is like, it takes Warrior Games and it takes it to an international level. As we know, Invictus Games was founded by I guess not Prince Harry, we'll just call him Harry. I don't know if anyone truly knows his last name, but Invictus is the next level of Warrior Games. It gives you the opportunity to compete on an international level against countries from around the world to see the best of the best. Now, one of the contingents is that you have to make it through Warrior Games to get to Invictus Games, and that's how we select our team. The team is comprised of equal parts from each service. Currently, we have 65 members on Invictus Games team this year, 13 from each service, including SOCOM. But that is what Invictus Games is all about. 2022, hopefully, on there. 22, just saying.
Can't wait to see this year's Warrior Game and Invictus teams in action here in the near future. It's long overdue. With that, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the equipment that we use in our events, and we've got a short video to showcase the different types of equipment and what it's used for. So with that, take it away, Jess.
Hello everybody, my name is Jessica Raya. I'm one of the Adaptive Sports Coordinators, and today we are at the warehouse where some of our Adaptive Sports Coordinators will be showing us some of the adaptive equipment that we have, so please join us.
Welcome to the AFW2 warehouse. I'm Christian with Adaptive Sports. Here we also have...
Hi, I'm Kayla with Adaptive Sports.
And today we're going to go over some of the equipment we have here to help different warriors in their transition and recovery. What we have today is a rugby chair. What's cool about a rugby chair is anybody can get in. It's super inclusive. It also levels the playing field. You can get out there, play with other athletes, and everybody is on the same track. What's cool with this one is an offensive chair. Why it is like that, front is short, is made of aluminum, is super heavy, so when it makes impact with another chair, you don't take the beating. What's also good about this chair is it's super stable. Can't rock it over. The wheels are castered out. We have casters in the front and the back, so you won't tip over. The two different chairs, like I mentioned before, this is an offensive chair, and this is a defensive chair. This defensive chair has a cage on the front. This cage allows the players to lock and stop this player from moving. These are just some of the equipment we have here for Adaptive Sports. We just wanted to give you a brief overview of some of the pieces to show you what we have and show you what you can get out of this Adaptive Sports program. We look forward to seeing you in the next segment. Hey, welcome back everybody. A similar piece of equipment to the last piece, that rugby wheelchair, we have a basketball wheelchair. Yes, it is similar, but it's not built as heavy duty. Yes, you can do impact, but it's not built for impact. This is a game of finesse. As you'll notice, the wheels are similar. They're angled out, they keep you stable. The same with the casters on the back as well. You're not gonna tip over it. This chair is also cool because it comes in a variety of different sizes, so it will accommodate everybody and allow them to play. This chair, you will also notice there's no change in the front end, so it's not a defense or offensive chair. All the chairs are the same. They're very light, they're very maneuverable, and they're super fun to play in. And what we'll do,
Just remember, anybody can play. We'll catch you in the next segment with the race chair.
hey team, welcome back. Have you ever thought about getting back out there, feeling wind in your hair, going fast? I know it kind of sounds silly, but it also sounds kind of fun, right? That's what you can do with this. This is track chair. It's super fast, it's maneuverable, it's light. And as you can see where Kayla's hands are, that's where you push from. We also have gloves that you wear to protect your hands. The coaches will go over more with that later. But this is also an opportunity to really get out and give this guy a try. AFW2 does carry a variety of different ones, so we can fit this for you. So if this is something you're interested in, we encourage you to give it a try. You guys are familiar with the upright bike. AFW2 carries a variety of sizes to fit everybody's needs. Super light, carbon bikes, agile. But if a carbon bike and an agile bike, like an upright like this, isn't for you, we also have some other options. We have actually a recumbent bike. It's super cool. We have Tristan from our adaptive sports program pulling in right now with it. What's neat with these recumbent bikes is this is all foot powered again, just like the upright bike, but you're in a seated position. You propel yourself with your feet. This guy is super agile. That's your control for turning, making your turns. On your hands, you have your brakes, and then on your thumb, you can actually change the gears there. Makes it super fluid. And the center here is completely adjustable back and forth to allow for larger or smaller riders. So we can adjust this for you. It's a fun bike to get on the track and cruise around on, but if this option isn't for you, we also have another option. Hand cycle. And Lauren is showing that to us right now. She's also with our adaptive sports program. The hand cycle, you don't have to worry about pedaling with your feet anymore. This guy is all arm driven. So all your controls are right there. If you look at Lauren's right hand, she's got her brake, she's got her gear shifter, and then she propels herself with the handles as she goes around the track. This one moves pretty quick and is pretty fun as well. It's a good upper body. So we do have a lot of options here at AFW2. We appreciate you taking the time today to check out some of the equipment, and we'll be back with more very shortly. This time we're going over the powerlifting bench. I know you've all seen a regular bench in the gym. People are lifting heavy on that all the time. It does look intimidating at first, but it's really not. With AFW2, this bench is a little different. And what you'll find too in adaptive sports benches, what it does is it requires you to keep your legs straight on it. As you can see, Tristan's legs are straight out. You do have the option as well to strap in. This is different than a regular bench. A regular bench, you can put your feet off to the side or down or up on it. That's not allowed when using this for adaptive sports. A lot of people are intimidated to try a bench out the first time. But we find that a lot of times at our events, people get on the bench, they see that the playing field is kind of leveled out when everybody has the straight legs, and they get a personal best. And they get super excited about that and wonder, why haven't I tried this before? So come out to one of our events, give this a try. Powerlifting is always an option. You can see if you like it or love it, but we do have it for you, and we'll see you later. Thank you. This time we're talking about field implement. A lot of the time people have done field in the past and don't have the ability to do it because of hip, knee issues. Find that the chair here gives them the ability to do that again. It's really cool because you actually get strapped in. As Tristan's feet are strapped in on the sides here. He's got himself ready to go. It supports your back and then gives you a spot to grab hold of. He can take this, pause back, wait a few moments, then release out. Instead of worrying about being out there and actually having to use your lower body in a motion that you can't do or have pain in doing nowadays. So this gives you that option. It's also available for the discus, not only the shot put. So we can do a lot of different adaptations for it. Once you're at one of our events, we encourage you to give it a try, see if you like it. It's one of those things that you don't know until you try. So please come out, give us a try, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I hope you enjoyed our tour of our adaptive sports equipment. If you're interested in getting involved in adaptive sports in your local area or obtaining equipment, make sure you reach out to our community programs team where we can assist you with that. You can reach us at our website at the www.woundedwarrior.af.mil. Go under the contact us and you can reach us there. Over to you, Derek.
Wow. If that doesn't get you motivated to be active, I don't know what will. So thank you, team, for showcasing that. Thank you, coaches, for being with us and providing us insight to the pieces that you help us coordinate. With that, we're going to do a little Q&A session. So if you have any questions, go ahead and either raise your hand or type it in the chat area. But to go ahead and get this started off, Christian, why don't you tell the folks a little bit of what they'll gain from our program?
Absolutely, sir. When you come into adaptive sports, it's really gonna change your look on the ability to do sports again, especially if you come from a sports background and something has happened that you feel like you're not going to be able to step back into it or not be competitive. The advantage of adaptive sports is that it levels the playing field. So if you have something where you have a lower limb mobility issue, you're now in a wheelchair for wheelchair basketball. Maybe you were a basketball player before, you didn't think you could get back to it. Now it levels the playing field with everyone. So now you can get in there and actually give it a try. And we'll find often at care events, that's what happens with a lot of folks, is they're able to give that a try again. Everything from basketball to track. I've seen many times when Connie has had somebody out there who's like, I can't run, I can't do this again. She goes, well, let's see about this. Let's try that. Did you know we actually have a track chair? And they go, what? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Oh, we'll get you set up with that. And shows them the possibilities and the way they can actually go with it. And that's what we have a lot of time with adaptive sports, is we find people that didn't think they could, and now they can, and then now they're excited, they get home. And that's kind of where, when Jess just finished out with the community program side, they're like, how do I get equipment? And that's the next piece to the puzzle, is that they can look at the community program side and with Jess, and they can look down that road to get stuff where they can actually do it at home, or they can find a group at home or a local training center that they can actually take part in that in their neighborhood. So it's super cool. It covers the vast gamut for adaptive sports. Derek?
Thank you, Christian. That's very well stated and very well explained. So Kayla, tell me, does it cost or how do people get selected to come to our events, whether it's virtually or in person?
Yeah, absolutely, sir. So what we do, we send out an invite. So we use an online registration, and those who are enrolled into the program, all of our warriors, they receive an invite, and you will register for that, whether it's virtual or in person event. And through that, we'll be able to get you connected with the adaptive sports event, and then each coordinator will contact that warrior. Sometimes it's within the region, like we had mentioned at the beginning, introducing ourselves. So you'll have a coordinator that will remain in contact with you and provide you with all the info of the upcoming events, and take you step by step on how to go from there. And then, and then we'll lead you through the event and help you through it step by step. Any questions that you may have along the way, we're here for you, as well as any assist as well. So if you're interested, the invites go out through online registrations. As long as you're enrolled in the AFW2 program, you'll receive an invite, and through that you can register, and the event is available in person or virtual.
Awesome. Thank you, Kayla. Starting to see some questions pop up in the chat area. And one was, asking sports like golf, kickball, or strongman. Currently our sports are selected based on what Warrior Games and Invictus competes in. We have done golf in the past. However, it's not typically at one of our intro or, care events. However, we do link you with our community programs folks to find adaptive or other programs in your area that are wounded warrior and veteran friendly. So reach out to our adaptive sports staff and our community program staff, and we can get you linked to those types of programs. Tristan, what is one of the other frequently asked questions that you get all the time being as a team lead?
Can I bring my service dog?
Well, definitely, so service animals are always welcome. We do have, some a service dog policy letter that we have you sign that, to ensure that that dog is meets all the criteria to be a service animal, and is not going to be a burden to you or your fellow warriors while you're at at the event. But service dogs are always welcome. Let's see, Coach Callie, what are some of the other things that you guys typically get asked from a coaching perspective?
I think from a coaching perspective, one, it's the first thing is, well, it's maybe not a question, but it's I can't do that. And we've hit on a little bit today. And I think the biggest thing that us coaches try to get warriors to understand is there's a way to adapt the activity almost always. And we will work with you to meet you where you're at, to be able to get you involved in that sport that you have a desire to get involved in. So don't think that, and I like to say that if you use the word I can't, then you have to put yet after it, because we will figure out a way to get you to yes in that sport. So don't be afraid to try something. Ask the questions of the coaches. They'll get you where you need to get to be involved in that sport for sure. Awesome.
Thank you. Christian, did you have something to add?
Yeah, Derek, I had a question come in. Somebody was asking, hey, I've done a virtual and I've done an in-person. Am I able to attend other events after that?
Well, definitely, so our goal is to get first-time participants the chance to come to an event, especially an in-person event, and experience that firsthand. So that's, where we always have, that's why we have a registration process, so that we can vet all the attendees, get give priority to those first-time attendees, and then as space allow those that have come to other events the opportunity to come again. Kayla, what you got?
I have also have a question coming in through some private chats, and they're asking about equipment. So asking if equipment is required, do we provide that? Did they need to have that already to be able to participate in the program?
Oh, great question. Well, as you can see through the video, we have a very robust warehouse full of equipment. So each of you that come to a care event, will have the opportunity to utilize that equipment. If you have your own, you're welcome to bring it. But we typically have what you need at each one of our care events. And for those of you that are looking to get your own equipment, our community programs resource page will link you with private organizations and other avenues to try and procure your own equipment. So definitely reach out to us if that's the avenue you're looking for. Alyssa, did you have something?
Hey, Derek, if a Warriors PDRL, are they able to attend a care event?
Definitely. So once again, like I kind of briefly said, we prioritize those that have come for the very first time. So if you're PDRL, there are some parameters that we look at to get you to that event, whether it's funding through AFW2, or if we have private org funding that we need to acquire to get you to that event. But PDRL are definitely welcome to come to our events. I'm not seeing any other questions coming in currently. Go ahead, and Coach Connie, do you have anything else you would like to add?
I just want to put out there, when in doubt, try it anyway. As we said, it's adaptive sport, so we're able to adapt virtually anything. So when in doubt, just give it a shot, give it a try. The sports that we offer just aren't geared, we touched on it earlier, it's just not geared towards Warrior games or Invictus games. It's geared towards empowering you to be you at a different level, right? So when in doubt, try it out. Zoom training sessions, you can reach out to any of our coaches. We are available to talk to you and help you in any way possible. The cadre of coaches that we have, when I tell you they are amazing, they're amazing, not just because I'm one of them. I'm not offended that none of sport coordinators did not pick track as their favorite sport. I'll remember that. Come to an in-person event when y'all show up anyway. Don't take it personal. Moving on. But my advice is just try it. If you've never done it, just try it. Be open, be flexible, and more importantly, have fun, especially when you come to track practice. Last plug for track. Done plugging track.
There goes Connie trying to make track sound all fun, and what we all know that track ain't fun. Just joking. Christian, what you got?
Hey, Derek, I just had another question come in. They're asking, do I need to have prior knowledge of the sports to participate in them?
Definitely not. You know, I alluded to it earlier. If you had no activity level prior to joining the service, and then your only activity level has been, you know, squadron PT, you know, come with an open mind and a willingness to try something new, like Connie just said, and we will teach you a new sport. We have had people that have never picked up a bow before that have now find archery therapeutic and one of the most rewarding sports they've ever tried. Or we get you, you know, in a cycle, whether it's upright, hand cycle, or recumbent, and now you're back, you know, ready to, you know, ride the Tour de France. It's, you know, we will get you trained in whatever sport that you like, but we encourage you to try them all. Kayla, you have another question?
Yes, sir. Question came in asking, how do I find programs in their own local area to them? If I may, I know Christian had to just put a plug in for our community programs team. So there's a link in the chat there, named community programs. And so our community programs team actually, where is Jessica? Jessica Rhea, a part of the team. She is part of the community programs team, as well as Bobby. He's a program manager. They can help y'all with any resources, whether it's sports equipment in your local area. So reach out to community programs and they'll give you a hand there as well.
Outstanding information. Well, team, thank you all so much for sharing your knowledge. Coaches, thank you for your time today. And Warriors, thanks for spending your morning with us, learning about adaptive sports. And we really look forward to seeing you on some of our virtual and in-person trainings in the very near future.